Hi everyone, it's Yuri with you today. And let me talk to you not as a coach and holistic doctor, as a person who also have a problem, who live life with different challenges. And I have a question for you. What is your biggest problem right now? And what is the problem with that problem? It's an interesting even point of view and ask yourself. And stay with me if you question yourself right now, what's going on in my life and what I should do, because it's affect us very deeply. And the story what I will share with you, it's something about my life, my clients' life, people with who I work, but it's not so important. I want you to stay with me and work it out about you. So you will see how it can help you, how this workshop with different coaching questions that I prepare for you and few slides, so you will not stare in a talking head. This will give you more options, more opportunities, and you will feel free, free from pressure that you have right now when you asking your questions, the same questions all over again. Maybe some of them you ask in years because I don't know what's going on right now in your life, but I know the stories that we're telling ourselves about some events, they shape us much deeper than events. I heard it first time from my teacher, Tony Robbins, many years ago. And it takes me for a while to really feel it differently and reshape all my experience that I right now I see the biggest difference and how I look at the problems today. So let's move forward. And I'm not pretending that problems don't matter. They matter only because it's reality. And maybe you're going right now through a very tough time. I feel you. Believe me. And I want to ask you one question that will helps you to see bigger picture. It will be the beginning because when you be able to ask yourself, what is my first problem that I recognize as a problem? Of course, it happens while we was kids, back of the days. And what kind of story you create from that and maybe other obstacles and they happens in your life, some problems show up, they reframe that story, empower or dispower it, and you becomes more aware, you becomes more stronger, you becomes more weaker. What happens after that? When you will see the stories that you telling yourself, they are stacking and they affects you. Probably you see it right now in different areas of life. Today it's not about judgment. Today it's not about to say what's right, what's wrong. Today it's about see deeper and have more space to choose, to not just react, to create some actions that will helps you to create a better life. And the problems, something that will helps you from today, I believe. And let me share you a quick story. When I was a kid, I remember I lose races. You know, these little bicycles with supporting wheels. And I was maybe 5, 6 years old, and I come to my father and I said, I want to win. I cried, and he looked at me and he said, are you really wants to? And I said, yes, of course, you know, like how we act, especially when our dad looking at us. And he with his bare hands, not unscrew, he like just broke that wheels on front of me. I was shocked. I I came asking for help to solve my problem because it was shame for me to lose races, you know, all kids watching, and he created the bigger problem from the problem. In that day, I saw that he was very tough. It was not right, like challenging, but I didn't ask for it. So I didn't even re-ask myself. I create a story. And after I start learning the balance and start winning races, I feel like I achieved something. But still inside, it was a painful experience. And the next time when some challenging moments happens, especially from my parents, I first time react as a victim. And right now I be able to see and put all dots together that love of people who was around us when we was kids. Maybe it was your biological parents, maybe not, but somebody, some caregivers. Sometimes we carry some stories that close our heart. They close for us the opportunity to see who we become. So today I want to ask you these questions. What kind of story can still limit you because you continue receiving problems? Life continue challenge you because this is a part of life. And maybe biggest problem, it's not a real problem. It's that you think that you don't need to have any. And I heard first time this also from my teacher, Tony Robbins. And it didn't mean that I didn't have any other experiences before. From 90 years old, I started working with survivals. I remember that experience. It was a lot of different questions and a lot of moments that I didn't know what to do and how to act. My medical background, my sport background, my business background, all of that chapters, they create more and more questions, more and more challenges, and more stories. But when I realized that if problems came to my life to shape me, it's changed all perspective. Of course, it's very challenging for somebody who I was in that stage when I want to be a victim a little bit, connect with myself, get some significant support from others, cover all of my needs as a human being. And I feel you if you from time to time feel like that, but you not be able to fulfill your life and really create it on your own tone if you will stuck in that survival mode, especially if you it will be like excuses mode. For the long term, it's destructive. So keep this note for yourself. Make it, if you want to write it down, screenshot it, use ChatGPT, Gemini, Grok. I don't know what kind of tool you use right now. But when you be able to ask the different questions, it's give you different quality of answers. You heard about that. Today, I want to invite you to execute. Not because I said, because maybe you heard it from many other teachers, coaches, motivational speakers, achievers in different areas, sport, business, education, spirituality. Today, it's time for you to go deeper. And let me know how it goes. Chat me, find me in social media, give me some feedback. I will be happy to hear from you because we can share this path together. So, in the beginning, I said that let me talk to you as a person who go through different challenges. And it's really many times in my life, I ask myself what I should do because something happens and I not be able to find the explanation. But something inside me call me that I need to move forward. And I felt that I'm becoming somebody deep inside myself. But it was painful experience. You see this image of me sitting on the beach with some thoughts. My friend take a picture of me while I was sitting there. But my thought was not so peaceful like this ocean. In that days, it was right before COVID. I had a call from some of one of my members who work with me because recently, before I start traveling to build the network, it was 2019, right before pandemic. I, with my partners, opened the gym in Kiev in Ukraine. I lived there and grow up there and get my educations and have all of my experience there. But the call was about that manager. I found that guy and put them in the gym, talk with investors and tell them the different story about what I'm doing right now and why I'm traveling so much in the Europe, in United States and other countries. And I talked with the investor and he told me, you know, Yuri, we review the whole strategy and Ruslan tell us the reality what we're facing right now. So let us keep you in business, but he will run the business. And I'm like, I didn't get it. I mean, I get it, but it was too much because before that, it was many different things in my life. I lose some properties. I lose some trust in people who I love, in my family members took a part of my business. So it was another challenge. And I'm like, okay. And I called to that guy and he said, okay, what you will do right now? The ocean between us and okay, come back and we will face it. So for me, it was like, okay, we will figure out. I will figure out. But a pandemic happens, and it's a lot of different things happens. But in that day, in that days, I can say it was a lot of questions. You don't need to know all all answers, and the all steps that you need to make. But one question will change everything. If you will not asking yourself why it happens with me, you will ask yourself who I'm becoming during all of these challenges. So why this happens to me, not with me, but to me, so I can become somebody. And I love how my teacher Tony Robbins coaching about this a lot on each seminar in each book with different reframing, but this is the same message. And I want to ask you today, right now. I know that you have some success, but look at your challenge, at, at your problem differently today and who you are becoming, this call inside you. What do you feel different right now? And let me know, please, in comment or DM me if you feel more comfortable like that. Share. Let's keep in touch and it will be opening because sometimes one look from other perspective can help you to open up new opportunities. This is why I love coaching And I'm in this field when we're talking about recovery, psychology, physiology, biology, medicine, business, self-development already years, and I'm continue learning. After a few days, it will be my next chapter of leadership program. And I love it. It's challenging right now. Not in the best shape. I mean, financially, in the place where I am right now, I'm single father in the town that I don't have network yet. I came here to create new family, and life just sometimes give you sharp turns, but you stay strong because this is everything that you have. If you will not challenge yourself, life will challenge you. And in any case, it will be challenges, but you will be ready. Some challenges, I'm agree, they very painful. When you don't need to let it go. I don't believe in this. But how they shape us, this is something meaningful. And I remember when my father was killed, I was 12 years old. Before that, less than a year, when I was 11, my best friend was killed by accidentally drunk motorcyclist. And I go very deep in the threshold. It was deep hole. I was very scared and I ask God, nature, Mother Earth, everybody who I know, why? My mom told me one thing that days because I stopped praying. I said, I don't want us to pray anymore. And she said, I feel you, but I know that this pain that happens right now, we can go through it together. Don't close your heart because if you close your heart, you are will stuck in the pain. I didn't understand that I close the higher power connection from God, Mother Earth, universe, energy, name it how you want. But I understand it after many years. Especially it hits very hard when I start seeing only my pain after my mom passed away as a refugee in Denmark in 2024. And my pain was so big that I even stopped my mission. I locked inside and I not be able even hear nothing. And even my mom. So my praying, my asking, my scream was about my pain. And all of that praise was more monologue. And it's create even more pain and tension. And opening happens when I start seeing something bigger than my pain. And I start seeing and feeling what my mom, what universe, what God, what my parents, what my grandparents, what my mission wants me to become right now. This is what happens when you change your expectations to appreciation. And I remember clearly, I signed up for the Time to Rise Summit and I asked this question. This was opportunity to chat like your questions before the event. And Tony Robbins answered my question on the screen. He talks to me. Of course, he not talks to me, but for everybody who go through losses right now. But I heard it, it's like for me. And he said, you don't really feel pain because of loss. You feel pain because you not agree. You were not ready. It tells you something about you that you are not enough, that you're not good enough, that right now this is the end because you not wants to accept it. And if you be able to get out of your pain, it means stop being selfish. Don't mean that you are just forget it and just let it go and move on. No, it means change your pain and transfer it to some mission, to some meaning, to start seeing how you can serve, how you can create your life, and it will worship everybody who already not with you. So it will be some feeling of service through some of your talents that you have, and you be able to open up when you change your pain to meaning. And I know that you have your own experience. I want to ask you right now the deepest question. Your painful moments in life, biggest problems and challenges, who you become when you move through them. You becomes more tough, more self-pity, more angry on life, or you become wiser, create more empathy, compassion, more mission driven. Because this is just the meaning and story that you telling yourself. Because if you will look deeper, who you can become, if you are become less selfish and more selfless, it's the same person, it's the same you, but you will not stuck in the pain. You will not stuck in the suffering. This is my invitation to you. And it's not about my story. It's about your story. And life continue teaching you. I'm still learning. And right now I asking more and more. Many challenging situations still happens. One of them is co-parenting and rebuilding my business and my mission and my service while I'm becoming the better father because kids deserve it. My son deserve it. People who believe in me deserve it. People who need my help deserve it. And I can become a stronger, not for myself, for others. And this strongness not come from anger, achievements, and all of that. Achieving the goals, it will be just a result of my growing compassion and my mission and my love and my care about myself because I see that my energy, my state shape my relationship, shape my business, shape my vision, who I can become. And it can help me to go much faster, much wiser, much healthier, and create much more contact with other people, meaningful contact that can help to grow businesses and support others to build their mission because we can collaborate. Who right now asking your stronger version of yourself? Look around. Interesting thing that you not be able to see it if you focusing on your problem, on your pain. You'll be able to see it while you recognize your pain, your problem, and you look out of the box. This is when everything changes. And this is your choice. I'm not somebody who will tell you what to do. I just want to hear from you. What do you feel? Not just what you think. Because with intellectual understanding, progress didn't happen. Temporary, maybe, But lasting change, lasting growth, lasting mission development happens when you collaborate your heart and your mind. When you get out of survival mode, fight, flight, or freeze, and activate your creativity, your vision. This is something that your nervous system can create when you in balance mode, when your sympathetic and parasympathetic system create the whole spectrum of hormones that helps you recovery and move forward when it's needed. Be deepest loving human being and at the same time breaking through when it's needed and be very strong. And you know that you have a different part of you. And that stronger part can go through love. So who right now need you strongest version of yourself? Name me few areas of your life, few people. And probably you already understand that one of them is somebody who you can see in the mirror. Because everything starts from you, me, and you. I want to leave you with this question today because I know that you make a note. If on not the paper, this is you can see that some of notes that I make about focus, about meaning, about how it affects my actions. This is something that I do on everyday basis, and I know that you're doing. Even if you not write it, you think about that. This is what everybody doing. No matter what, consciously or unconsciously, we focus about something. One of the podcasts that recently was recorded, Tony was invited there as a guest. He talked about these things. What do you focus on? What you have, what missing, what you can or you can't. Because all of that, it shape your state. And from that state, everything else happens. Your identity and your destiny. It's not something that new for you. I want to just ask you to go deeper today and use this tool, this workshop, these questions as one of the many tools. I will be happy if it will support you because one day it supports me. And I'm looking forward to meet you and hear from you your story. Let me know. And subscribe to this channel if you feel that it's will support you. And it will be unfair to just leave you with that. I want to share with you something that I create. It's free 5 life force tools reset guide. You can reach it via this QR code or in my bio in different social media. I have it on my YouTube, on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, everywhere when I am showing my message because I know that my story not so unique, but if I be able to put together some tools and it will help somebody, will be meaningful. Will be something that I feel is a mission. I feel some guidance in it more than just for myself. And we can start connect with each other and I will be happy to learn from you. And if you want to go deeper and work out it on everyday basis with me, join my community powered by School Arx Garmosi. I love this tool. I'm continuing learning from my teacher and he is Universe from Tony Robbins. I'm implementing a lot of different tools from my teachers like Wim Hof, like uh, Viktor Frankl books that I remember, and different healing practices from many other teachers that I learned from. And I put all of that in the frame that it can helps each person to open up their full potential and fulfill their life. Right now, I'm learning from Tony Robbins, Bruce Lipton, from Eckhart Tolle, and this is just the beginning. I want to share with you, and let's create something together. I want you to achieve your new level, and problems, it's a part of the journey. And let me know, please, how it helps you to see yourself differently today. And one more time, who you're becoming through these challenges, through this pain, through this experience, who you becoming because of this moment. This is the most important thing. Thank you for your time, and I will see you very soon on my next workshop and hopefully meet you in person or via video call very soon too. Thank you very much. Bye bye.